are gifts and we are blessings. We are history and song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of freedom, not the first and not the last. Vador, vador, nagid God lecha. Vador, vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation. Vador, vador, these lips will praise your name. Vador, vador, nagid God lecha. Vador, vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation. Vador, vador, these lips will praise your name. In the next few minutes, you're going to have a chance to walk through the almost 100-year memory and legacy of Temple Israel of Greater Miami. I hope you watch it with an eye to notice just how far we have come, just how strong our roots have been planted, just how vibrant we have come to this point, and a possibility and a vision for where we can grow from here. But it takes all of us, all of you, all of us, our clergy, staff, our congregation, our Temple Israel family to ensure that just as Temple Israel has always been here for us, we will continue to be here for Temple Israel for another 100 years to come. Please watch, please enjoy, and please give.
We are gifts and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last.
Vador, vador,
nagid God lecha. Vador, vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation.
Vador, vador,
these lips will praise your name.
It made me feel that I have a continuity because we became members in the early 30s when Temple Israel was just being there. And it was 3 blocks away from our home, so it became our second house. But this was second house of sanctuary. Well, being my second home, it was a place where marriages took place. My sister would walk down the aisle there. We had friendships that never grew old until we were. And there were so many family feelings about Temple Israel. I would like to keep Judaism in the family. a lot of people have grown up without that kind of comfort of spirit. And I'm so glad that my parents were around to embark on the temple and keep it that way.
For me, since day one, like you guys and a lot of people were so welcoming and so nice and so embracing that I felt home since day one there.
I completely agree. I think that the community there is very, very nice, embracing us from day one, and I feel that the vision that Rabbi has is one that I share. Judaism, for me, it has to be inclusive and has to embrace you for who you are. And we're all B'Tselem Elohim, but at the same time, each one of us is different. And the way that we express who we are should be embraced. What I would like to tell the future generation is be assertive, feel comfortable with who you are, because as long as you project that with pride and love, then the rest will fall into place.
No, I was looking for a temple that was open-minded, and I grew up in a Reform. Mother was intellectual feminist from France, and my father's from Romania, New Yorker, writer. So both are intellectuals, and I grew up in New York, and was kind of all the colors of the rainbow, all the sexual preferences, and I never found a synagogue in which I was, completely, fully myself.
Well, since the Torah and my Judaism has been a major part of my life, the temple has been a place for me to share my love, not only mainly with my family, passing it down from generation to generation, and also to share that with like-minded people who feel that Judaism is something to be proud of and something that is exemplary to a way of living as the Torah guides us.
Because, Dad, one thing that I thought about, although Mom and I are the loudmouths in the family and the people who are out in front, we really came to Temple Israel because of you. And we have jumped from temple to temple because Dad was searching for his spiritual home, which was a different need than Mom's spiritual home or my spiritual home. And yet, across the generations and the personalities, we've each found our place in Temple Israel.
I have taught religious school in so many different places, in different countries, and different cities, and different ages, and what have you. And I am looking very much forward to teaching at Temple Israel and just having fun and being able to share some of our rituals, some of our holidays, some of our food, some of the warm, loving, fun things about Judaism in as exciting a way as I possibly can.
I'd love to hear my daughter sitting in the backseat of the car singing Oseh Shalom or prayers that we've practiced at religious school. It's meaningful to know that we're investing in the future.
That we as a family value diversity and, being with more relaxed and interesting people from all sorts of different backgrounds. And I think we found that more at Temple Israel. And mostly my boys felt at home with the people. Reform Judaism allows for a great variety of beliefs. We all support each other and are a family, and that's very important for the future.
I'm a single dad. I have 2 children. I'm heterosexual. I live with 2 boys, and we've been welcomed in the community as diverse as we are. September 26th, Noah's having his bar mitzvah. It's going to be the first bar mitzvah fully online. So we're going to have friends and family connect from hopefully from Israel, from France, from all over, and Australia maybe as well. So that's super cool. And then William will do his bar mitzvah also in 2 years. That's going to be also interesting and challenging because he's deaf. And I don't think there's many synagogues where it would be possible for him to visit. bar mitzvah. So here again, the sense of adaptation, the flexibility, the rabbi's amazing welcoming of our differences, and I love that. I love that it's a universal message, and we feel at home.
Hello, Temple Israel! We're here in Toronto, Canada for the fall, and we're expecting a baby in just a few short weeks.
Our connection to Temple Israel is closely intertwined with our relationship with Rabbi Morrison. In such a short time, Rabbi Morrison, alongside the Temple Israel community, has been an integral part of our Jewish life together. Rabbi Morrison married us last year. Elle had her Jewish conversion ceremony at the temple in early March, and we are expecting our first child in just a few weeks in early October.
You know, we landed on Temple Israel because of the community's progressive and inclusive Jewish values, and these values are integral to our place in the community and how we envision growing our family.
And importantly, we hope that we can all gather in person in the not so distant future, and until then, we are sending our love from afar.
I looked to Friday night, and there she is, Rabbi Amy Morrison, who is a perfect person for us, natural, erudite, and very welcoming. And of course the cantor, Miss Pincus, and the pianist. That it's a beautiful trio, and it enlightens all of us for the rest of the week until we get there again.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. When that makes the tall grass bend into leaning, suddenly the raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the sea makes it all clear. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back now that I have some direction. It sure would be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time, be my friend, let me start again. Suddenly my world has gone and changed its face, but I still know where I'm going. I have had my mind spun around in space, yet I've watched it glowing. Oh, if you're listening, Dad, please don't make it hard to know if we should believe in the things that we see. Tell us, should we try and stay, or should we run away? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a
That was a wonderful video which showed us the strength and the breadth of the Temple Israel community, whether it's our longest lived members or members that we have not yet seen but will be born in a few months. Here in this beautiful, majestic, and historic Bertha Abbas Sanctuary, you've seen us gather with our friends, our families, and new acquaintances to share spiritual experiences, whether the High Holy Days as now or Friday night services. And so many of us remember where we sit. We sit at the same seats all the time. As a child, I sat in the back on the left, and now I sit in the front on the right. I don't know what that means. One of the things that makes us special is the community. It is, as beautiful as the Abbas Sanctuary is, it does not define Temple Israel. We are defined by each of us together. Today, we are not together here in the sanctuary. We are home, sharing with our families, if we're fortunate, the spiritual words of Rabbi Morrison and the lovely singing of cantorial soloist Karen Pincus. And it is this family, Temple Israel, each of us together, that makes this the community that we are, that inspires each of us. I would like to thank each of you for joining us this morning and sharing the services, even though we're not here. I'm reminded of a story from my college dean, who was once asked by a set of prospective parents that they'd like to visit the college. Dean Winslow said, "I cannot show you the college, I can show you the building. The college will return when the students and faculty come back in September. It is September now, and I hope that next September we are here together, praying and celebrating life and looking forward to a healthy and safe new year." Now, more than ever, Temple Israel as a community, as a family, as each of us contributing towards all of us, I ask you as members to provide for our family. Thank you, and Shana Tova.
Hello, my name is Mark Nedlin. I am the Vice President of Development here at Temple Israel and a proud member of the Board of Trustees. The video you've just seen was truly a labor of love. This video is our High Holy Day appeal. This has been a challenging year for the world, our country, and Temple Israel. Temple Israel has been there to get us through these challenging times. Now, more than ever, Temple Israel needs our support. You should have received an appeal card in the mail. Please fill out the card, return to Temple Israel, and give with your heart. Or go to templeisrael.net and donate online. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Lashana Tova. Have a happy and healthy new year.